What is up, YouTubers? John's here, and welcome back to some more Miitopia. Now, if you guys remember my birthday stream, I did dabble a bit in my main save, and this was the exact team setup that we had before. But just because I don't think we actually had it for the actual video series, I thought I might as well at least show these guys off, pretty much. So, yeah, we got Robomat, we got me as a princess, pretty princess. In fact, actually, now that I remember, go over to here, because I'm pretty sure a while ago, where is it? I don't, oh god, I have to like look around. It wasn't here. Maybe here? Maybe it was here. But I think these were like, right, because these are like the, I mean, we already have Princess already, but I thought I'd show off the, Princess Horse Whisperer one, just in case we didn't have the chance to. So there you go. Now that it makes, like, them distracted, puts everyone in my team in a good mood, and ups their, thing. And I think this one, yeah, we did the one for Flower, I'm pretty sure, in this one. So I don't think I've ever really shown off the Flower, and yet I'm already level 42 with the Flower, so, you know. As of the jobs, I know I haven't shown the Elf one or the Vampire one yet. And I think those are the only two I haven't shown, because I think besides those two, the only other jobs I'm still working on is Flower and Princess, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that literally heals everybody. And I think that's it that it does? I think anyways. But I guess I can quickly check the separate jobs that I probably still haven't shown, which I obviously think is just the Vampire and all that, because yeah, I finished with Tank, everything beyond that. So yeah, it's literally these two, like, Horse Whisperers are the only ones I haven't even shown. Which with Elf, I haven't even trained as Elf yet. I've only gotten a little bit of Vampire in, was because, well, it has that easy, like, side maneuver, like, multi-basic hit move. Same with the Flower, which is why it's already at 44. And of course, Princess, I've been already kind of working on already, which is almost level 40, which is pretty close to what the Flower is. Which I'll probably go right to the Flower right after this, maybe. But we'll see. Yeah, we also have Robomat, we have Shadow and Amy, we have also the Marionette and Springtrap with us as well. Right, and I think I was also, like, off camera just recently, I was trying to up Shadow's speed. I don't think I really have enough. I think he's full right now. Yeah, I don't think I really upped him. But I've been mostly trying to get his speed up because, I mean, as an elf, he's pretty slow as it is, but he's supposed to be a fast character, so I thought it'd be fitting to really train up his speed, you know? So I went to the one area that really just trying to train up his thing. So I was obviously a cat myself, so I think we'll mostly focus on this group, kind of going for this next job, whatever it is, at least for the first job, and then maybe we'll add myself and Robomat, so we can at least show off some stuff with them. I mean, I know it's not too much different from all the other separate jobs, but, you know, it's good to see these characters in action sometimes, you know? I'm only going to do the one video today, so we may not show off everything. Actually, you might be a good... Actually... interesting. I might as well at least do the present one for you, but I'll go back to Perry. Because there's an interesting one I could do for that might actually lead me to train up and get some rare Snrps food. Which is another type of food I normally grind out for, which is helpful. But, yeah. I forgot who we even wanted to give this to. Candy. Okay. Here you go. Nice. Yeah, we've gone pretty far into the series too. I think this is episode 81. I think it's either 80 or 81. I'm pretty sure we're on 81. I think I've made a big announcement of it being 80 already, so... Or, I think so, anyways. It's been a while since I've recorded the last episode. I know it's literally like 10 days ago since I've played this on the channel, which was for my main channel. It was a birthday stream, so I thought I'd come back to the main save, just cause. I also played this game like over a year ago. Like this game came out like near the end of May, so yeah, it's already been a year. Man, that's pretty insane. And I'm still doing a series on this today. The series has still been going on for an entire year. I mean, can you blame me? This game is very fun. I definitely enjoy it, especially how you... I mean, obviously, there's always something to kind of do. Just with the jobs in general. And if you want to get, like, a whole party of all 100 people to the highest level possible, then, you know, this is the best place to do it. Alrighty. And actually, this is the perfect place to actually kind of at least do this kind of area, which I guess I could show off the Tasty Snrp strat. I may not do the other jobs today, especially since I'm only recording one episode. I was trying to think of a challenge video I can do, like specifically something I can do for one video, but I couldn't really think of anything, because I actually just finished recording 2 episodes of the Miitopia randomized challenge. And unfortunately, I had to stop at 2 videos because I really couldn't really continue after that. I mean, you'll see why eventually, but it's probably just around the area where you get the elf job. So yeah, I'm just kind of working around there. I guess Springtrap, since he's kind of behind. But I guess getting these guys together for this first one is pretty good. Because the Snrps are pretty easy to take out, so, you know, it's good to at least show these guys in action. You know? You know, if anything, I was thinking I probably might replace the sands that I originally had with the better sands, if I'm being honest. Oh, Diddy's sick. Okay, that's fine. Just because, well, another reason, because there is one more character I'd realize I would love to add on to here that I don't have, which is Silver the Hedgehog. Because we have Sonic, we have Shadow, we even have Blaze. But I don't think we ever have Silver. Which I don't think I'm going to add him onto the team, but like, you know, just to have as an extra character would be pretty cool. Especially if I feel like I want to add him into other games eventually. So, you know. Alright, Strike wants to say hi to Springtrap, the man behind the slaughter. But yeah, we still have like a lot of characters we can try to like level up and all that. You know, it's a simple one video specials, I guess. Guarantee next episode we'll have a different squad and everything, but you know, especially since everyone's not fully like not even like acquainted yet. I don't even think there's any other extra food. Actually, there is kind of. I mean, I guess I could do it later. Because I just remember the speed food I got for Shadow. But I guess we could do that later. Alright, and then after this one, I will bring in Matt and myself, at least. And I'll probably keep the Marionette and Springtrap with, since they're lower level than Amy and Shadow, so, you know. I mean, I guess it depends. We might do the other jobs this episode. I don't know. I mean, this one could end up fast, but... Oh, good try, Springtrap. That's the one, like, very interesting thing about the Imp. That he can pretty much almost, like, one-shot everybody, but it's, like, a very rare chance to hit. I think it's less of a chance than the other one-shot moves. Like with the cleric, there's righteous anger, and there's like a one-shot move for the chef as well. But I think those at least have a better chance of hitting, especially since with Springtrap, like his is a multi-hit one-shot move, so you can like one-shot maybe like a few, but it's like a very more rare chance. I'm pretty sure. Which is useful, but like at the same time, you just have to be lucky and hope to God that it's like, oh hey, he got like 3 of them out of the 4, or like 3 out of 3. He got them all at one shot, you know. I think that move's a lot more like useful when there's like a whole bunch of enemies. You know what I mean? Huh. Actually, the Marionette and Springtrap actually aren't that far off from Shadow and Amy. Which obviously Shadow and Amy are like the... What was I saying? God, I hate when I get the brain farts and I just can't remember what I'm talking about. Oh, God. Especially like sometimes when I stutter my words, too. It just gets annoying. Because I start talking about something and then I just stutter my words. It's like, you know, this one time and it's like I can't even speak. I just lost my ability to speak English. Or my ability to speak in general. Well, since, you know, English is my only language, so... I know a little bit of French, but, like, it's barely anything. Like, I know bonjour is hello. Comment ça va is how are you. I remember that. Au revoir is see ya. I know that much. But I think that's practically, like, everything I remember. In fact, I'm pretty sure because us, like, being Canadian, we have, like, a French class. We've had, like, French since, like, grade 3, and we didn't really have to take it. We had to take it at least till grade 9. So, that was something. But yeah, I think the amount of times we were, like, learning French, I don't even think it was to, like, learn the, like, I think, like, even in later grades is, like, word by word, I guess, you don't learn, I guess, I don't know. I can't remember. It's been, like, it's already been, like, at least 4 years since I've graduated high school, so, you can guess it's been quite, like, probably 7 years since I freaking did French. Alright, we'll add you 2 in. And I'm not going to do the boss yet, because that's going to ruin my purpose on Snrp training a little bit. Or tasty Snrp food, I guess. But you know, the Snrp food is definitely, like, probably the best foods in the game, just because that can, that can literally upgrade, like, all your stats, which is very useful. Unless, like, you know, the freaking character doesn't like them, because there's a chance they may not like it, and it definitely doesn't help. But, it is useful still. I mean, here is Horse Whisperer, but we already technically showed it off, plus I don't think it'll be really helpful, so... Yeah. Now you have Robo-Matt and me as a princess. You know, it's very ironic, especially since, oh, actually, you know what? No, never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. I have a specific reason why I'm not gonna say it, so I'm not gonna say it. It's not like an embarrassing story, but like, it's something I should probably keep private. I do remember I just had it in my head, but I'm like, no, I probably shouldn't leak that information out into the public world. Ultimate Royal, actually, just so Mac can use some of his abilities as well. I'll just do that. I mean, I could one-shot everything, but let Matt at least do something. There you go. Yes, you. Open chest. Ooh, now that's a lot of interesting food. Now, pretty much like any kind of other food, I don't save up, but I've saved like a lot of the rare, or the Snrp food for at least like the newcomers. Like whoever I decide to add into the party, because then I can train their stats up a lot easier as well. Because as you can see, we have quite a lot of Snrp food. Alrighty, I mean, if I'm training up speed, because already, like, with everyone here, their stats are at least already decent with everybody's. I mean, we obviously have more of the stronger ones, but, you know, they're at least decent, so I might use some of this for, like, Shadow, for instance, to give him, like, extra speed. Not use up the speed one as much. Unfortunately, can't eat anything else. We'll give this to you. And I'm pretty sure it's just this, which, who has... You do, but I can't really do anything about you. Aimee or... Aimee, here you go. There we go. All is right in the world. Alrighty, so... Also, I started the episode with like 69,000, and it looks like that's about to go away. Alrighty. Well, actually, I guess I can test it out real quick before switching my character. Because I guess this would work with... If I just put out like a level 50 cat, it'll show up. But like the Snrps outside would change depending on like how many characters and what level that character is. So since my cat is level 50, if I just kind of bring out Dakota out for a second. I already don't like it. It's 2 golds and perfect. Alright, that's the one I need. So I'll head back to the inn for now. But that's the specific one I can train off of. We're probably going to train off that for this episode, but I want to show you what I need to do in order to train up for Snrp food here. So, as myself, since it's going to be a bit easier, first you want to change your personality. If it's not already on cool, put it to cool. I do put mine back to kind because that's just how it's been for the entire thing, so I only put it to cool because it's helpful, because there's a good chance like they do a lot of damage on you, and you can like really go through the rest of your health sprinkles like fast. So I think it's just a good idea to put yourself to cool, because there's a good chance that your character can dodge an attack, so you don't have, especially since if it's just yourself, right? Like that's gonna be a lot anyways. So I have myself as a cat here once again. Say hello to Cat Me. Instead of Dakota, I'm going to put myself, because Dakota would obviously kill them. And, you know, it's actually a good thing to only just have myself, too, which you will see. And I guess it also depends on how many of the Snrps there are here. Okay, only 2, so it's kind of good, but also kind of bad, because, well, yeah. But, anyways, I start off. Doesn't matter with the horse, but, what I do, steal grub. Which Steel Grub obviously gives you a chance to steal food from them, which the tasty Snrps always have rare, or like, Snrp radishes. And as you can see there, the cool ability lets you dodge an attack, so I didn't even get hit at all. And plus, like, these like, very Snrps, they do, like, quite a lot of damage, even on level 50s. Like, even with, like, 4 of them I've had before, they, like, almost... I'm pretty sure, like, they can all, like, together one-shot me. So, like, one after another, after another, after another. They can all just one-shot me and just be done with that. So, you know. There we go. So we got one from him. Okay, didn't dodge that time, but we do have, like, health and shields. Okay, didn't grab anything there, so I'm going to go over here, gonna grab a shield. I'm also going to grab some health. Now the thing is, you can only steal food from them once. So you're thinking, how can you really grind off it then if you can only steal off them once? So we got 2 of them now, right? So now at this point, I'm just gonna let them kill me. So I'm just gonna try to steal their food even though they don't have any food. So I'm almost dead. And now I'm dead, right? It's like, oh no, I'm dead. Oh, god damn it. And then I automatically go back to the inn. I don't get like anything else like in here, obviously. But remember when this was 84 just a second ago? We still got the Snrp foods. And with that, well, I guess now everyone's hungry again. I can at least give some of this to Shadow. But yeah, but then those Snrps will still be there. That's the thing. We go back to the world map, and those Snrps will still be out there, so I can still grind off them. So I can get like 2 every battle, pretty much, which, you know, is useful. And I feel like it's at least easier to grab them all in one go sometimes. But yeah, they're still here. I can still grind them out. So I think I'm going to do that because I want to kind of grind out. And that's what we're probably going to be doing for the rest of the episode. But yeah, this is kind of my strat for collecting them. I think because I just realized during recording like a few episodes of the randomized challenge on the challenge channel for Miitopia, I think there's like a guaranteed spot, well, not like 100% guarantee for it to spawn right there, but like there's always a good chance for it to appear there, which I'm pretty sure it's a very tasty Snrp as well, so I think we might be able to actually like grind there maybe, but I'm not sure. I mean, I could test that out like maybe after this one and see if it does appear. God. Yeah, because just like also in this case, like there's a chance, but like sometimes it's always like nope. I think it's like almost a 50-50 chance. I don't even really know the chances of. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, but I don't know the chances of actually grabbing grub. But sometimes it could take like a few turns to actually grab some grub. So that's why it's at least good for 2 because I have a lot of time to at least grab some of the food. And when you steal from like very tasty Snrps, you normally at least get 2 or higher. Or I think it's like the level 1 and 2. And then like you don't get any level 0s, which is helpful, I guess. Okay, you didn't take anything. But yeah, I can keep healing up because you've seen the amount of damage they've been able to do to me just with the 2 of them. Now imagine 4 of them. And that's why you want to have the cool personality, because you have a chance to dodge as well, which, you know, lets you stay in longer and have a better chance to get all the Snrp food at that time. There we go. Now I can let them kill me, and that'll be that. Okay, I'm gonna just steal from nothing. Here we go. I'm dead! Yay! Death. Yeah, but luckily I'm pretty sure I can at least leave the area and go do something as well. Oh. What up? You want to talk to the marionette? Oops. No, you go talk. Nice. Man, the marionette still needs to really get acquainted with everybody. Yeah, we're slowly like getting more Snrp branches, which is useful. And I only have 1 more of these, so that's gonna be something I'm gonna have to grind off later as well. Since I'm only want like speed for Shadow, like I don't want to really like upgrade a lot of his other moves. I guess his MP is fine to upgrade fully as well because, well, I mean, for one, I don't have to worry about his MP draining, and 2, he's not me. I'll say that he's not me, where I have to like, you know, where I have like a horse whisperer. That's probably like the one thing I probably won't fully level up with myself is the MP, just because like just to get my MP full. I don't even know if I even understand what I'm saying. But you kind of get what I'm trying to say, right? But okay, the one thing I did want to test out, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was right here. Oh, okay, no, never mind, because I'm pretty sure down there is just snacks, because I know on the upper part, that's where we grinded for gold earlier, but if down there just had the chest, because I didn't know, I thought it might have been a tasty Snrp, but I guess not. Okay. I just wanted to check that out quickly. Now we can kind of go back and grind once again. Yeah, I was lucky enough to have, instead of very tasty Snrps, you know? Because I could just grind off them. And I know my number seems to be getting lower, but that's because I'm using some of the other food for Shadow. So, you know. But yeah, steel grub is definitely like a very good like food grinding thing. Like if you're grinding out for a specific type of food, then you can easily just, you know, yoink or not yoink. So just one single sprinkle. But yeah, in case if you were wondering for anything like that, it's just a nice kind of gimmick. Kind of like how I do with I guess the very rare Snrps as well during the Outer World mission, where I just get a lot of the characters that do like the multi-turn attack at once. So yeah. Okay, I didn't steal. I was about to say, if I did steal, then I would just not sprinkle, but I didn't steal, so I need to heal, so I could at least get the other piece of food. And normally when I'm at least done grinding here for now and I want to do like other jobs, then I will defeat them, but hey, I get an extra 2 anyways, so. Okay, I will let you kill me now. Get me! Get me dead! It's fun. Harsh. It's weird that the Snrps somewhat change in that area, but you know. Yeah, I had 80 before, well, Snrp-wise, Snrp food, but you know. Shadow speed is, let's see. So 7 plus 7, that's 14. So about 84 was Shadow. 84 to Sonic's 164. Like, Shadow is half of what Sonic's speed is. Like, if I want to match him up to Sonic at least, or at least close to, I'm going to need a lot of work with that. Which is kind of the same way I've been doing. Like, I'm just specifically grinding that specific food for Shadow, so he can get his speed up. So, yeah. But yeah, so if you're just really grinding out a specific food, and you know what, I guess enemies give you that type of food, then just grind that out with this kind of strategy. That's what I do, and it's pretty useful. Of course, I only learned this like a few months ago, but, you know, I haven't had a chance to really show it off. Yeah, like I said, you need like the cat ability for yourself and the fact to have the cool outfit on. Especially, like, you definitely at least need the cool personality when there's like at least 4 of them, because they will almost one-shot you right away, and it's almost not even enough with your with all your sprinkles and shields combined as well. Like, it's just insane. Luckily, everyone kind of wants to still like hang out and talk a bit as well, so it's kind of useful. But at the same time, I know like normally per level you're done the level afterwards. Oh yeah, wait, I should probably just actually. I guess Shadow's fine there for now, because I'm technically not like winning like the areas or the levels, so I'm not really getting any like hard affections like after losing to them, so I just leave them as they are for now, I guess. But yeah, I mean, in some cases, like, obviously, there are the weaker enemies that if you need their specific food for grinding their type of food, then you can easily defeat them. And if they're not in, like, one of these special missions, like in this case, with the very tasty Snrps, the only way I've ever found, like, a guaranteed spot for very tasty Snrps are this mission, pretty much. Whenever, like, Perry has a, or the Wild Explorer has a mission for you, that's the only time I've really found stuff for very tasty Snrps. So, you know. Oh, no. Steal grub. Damn it. But yeah, if you can find any other enemy guarantee in a certain spot, then you can easily just grab it from them. Simple. Another idea as well, you can like still like one-shot these guys with like probably the Horse Whisperer, so if you at least have... Okay, well I can't really show it off yet because I haven't gotten any of the food yet. But there, yeah, see, I just stole this guy's food. So say I got the horse ability the next turn. I could use Horse Whisperer, and I could then kill the guy I just got the food from, so then I don't have to get his much and it's less risk. Especially when there's 4 of them. So, yeah. Just an idea of, in case you guys were wondering. I definitely need to heal now. Okay, here we go. For instance, okay, I'm definitely going to need some MP, though. So like that, okay. And then I don't have to use up as much sprinkles all at once, because I can only use this on one person. So I can use it on the one I just took the food from, at least. Not going to kill the other one, because obviously we just need the Snrp food for that. Plus, if I did kill both of them, then I would have to then my grinding for this would be done. I'm going to say that right now. Alright, and then in this case, I just, oh, I can't do anything. I guess I could just use an MP candy. Kill me! Damn you. No, I'm just gonna try to steal this grub, even though, well, oh, there's nothing I can grab. Wait, couldn't snag anything. Oh, wait. Ah, fuck me. I don't think I actually took anything from him. I thought I did. God damn it. I was just trying to let myself die, but apparently... Well, shit. Oh well. He's got something there. Something better than nothing. Got 1 out of 2, I guess that's fine. And if anybody would like to go and help, make Diddy Kong feel better, that'd be much appreciated. Because I don't think Diddy Kong would be better while I'm grinding. I'll have to be someone, be like, oh, I wonder how Diddy's doing. Alright, I think I'll at least do this one more time. And then we will end the video. But, yeah. Just in case if you're wondering how to grind some food, I definitely recommend just having yourself be the cat. Because obviously if you also have some of your other teammates with you, they can easily just kill them. Because obviously you're not in control of your teammates. So, yeah, just be aware, obviously, and try to make sure you're at least in a good position that you won't, like, die almost right away. I already got 1 of them. 2 in a row? Hey, look at that! Okay, you don't have to frickin' dodge anymore. Yeah, I definitely could have stolen something, but... Guess I didn't. Nah, I want them to kill me, Strike. You don't understand. I want them to end me. Nice. It's the marionette. Yeah, I always find it very handy to grab like Snrp food as well, especially since Snrp food is like the one thing that can upgrade like all your moves, obviously. So you know, Like, we've been getting a lot of level 2 ones, and they're like the best ones, obviously, so these give you like a bunch of level ups with your stats. So yeah. Well, since that last one was pretty quick, I'll do one more anyways, and then we'll end the video. But yeah, that's my just little tip. God, I'm gonna call this episode Learn to Food Grind. I mean, that's technically what we've been really doing this episode. We haven't really been doing anything else. I mean, we've only done like the rest of the other like levels in this. There we go, there's one. Alright, we'll see if we steal from your friend right away. Nope. Healing time! Yeah. But if you do this kind of strat, you can easily... Well, obviously, like, you only have the cool ability if you're up against, like, very strong foes. Like, for anything else, then it's fine to just keep your like, personality the way it was. But obviously, if you were already in the cool one, then you have nothing to worry about. I'm gonna just steal grub strike. I just kind of want to be hit and be dead. No, stop dodging me. I know I have great reflexes, but come on. There we go. See, I'm probably going to grind off this for a little while off camera now, and probably by the next time we play this, we'll probably have some new characters. I'll probably be a different class and all that, so... Oh god, voice crack. Don't you love it when your voice cracks? I swear it happens to me very often. I'll just finish off again, oops. These conversations, I guess. At least we got a bit of Amy and Robomat's friendship up, you know, since some people here still have some work to do. I guess I can go over who still needs to be good friends with each other. So, Amy and Robomat are close. Robomat and Puppet are at least acquainted, and then with Springtrap, he doesn't even know Springtrap. Amy doesn't even know the Marionette. It's close to Robomat and barely knows Springtrap, and it's also only one level away with Diddy, but I guess we could just leave that how it is. Springtrap has not really been acquainted with 3 other characters, and he's only halfway with Monty Mole and barely knows, is just acquainted with Amy. And then of course we have the Marionette here. Oh, I still have to look over Shadow too, but he's at least acquainted with Robomat, Dakota, and Shadow, and has never even met Springtrap or Amy, surprisingly. And Shadow still needs, it's just barely knows the Puppet, doesn't know Springtrap, and doesn't really know Diddy. I feel like he would, but he's sick, so, you know. But, yeah, I guess that's a good time to end it off. I would be surprised if you guys aren't even here anymore, since we're ending off at this point anyways. But, you know, anyways, I'll just end off things here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did like this video, press the like button or subscribe to whatever, and make sure you check the description below. And I will see all you dudes in the next video. See you dudes next time. Oh yeah, Bella Fluff. Alright. Look out! Run! Save yourself. Oh god.